Hey y'all, and welcome to the Looking Glass Tarot and to cards of the day. I do hope this finds you well, and as always, this reading is timeless, and you will see it when and if you are meant to. So let's get into our reading today and see what we have. See what Spirit has for us. That was pretty quick. The King of Wands. So the King of Wands is very creative. He is very sure of himself. He's very charismatic. The King of Wands is very good at what he does. He's kind of like that person that can come in and can take a mess and straighten it out. He's that kind of king. He kind of does things his own way, kind of walks to the beat of his own drum a little bit. He doesn't let the outside, how people feel on the outside, affect his business sense or his way he runs things and the way he does things. He's very fiery. He's got a very fiery energy. So, but this is a very creative person. This is very sure of himself. So you could be in the position of, a CEO. You could be a boss. You could have just taken over and had to come into a company and change it or straighten it out, or you had to, sometimes companies don't progress like other ones do, and somebody new has to come in and bring them up to all of the new things that are going on within the company, like computers and software, and just update them. So you could have been somebody that just came in and you just had to just update. Let's get into the technical world, and let's do the things the way the technical world is doing it now, because we're behind. So you could have been someone that just came in and straightened some things out, got everything back going, and it upgraded and improved it. But the King of Wands is very charismatic, very energetic, very fiery. Let's see why the King of Wands is here. Let's see why the King of Wands is here. Ten of Swords. So this is the end of something. So the King of Wands must have come in at the end because of the ending of something. The Ten of Wands is the end, just kind of like the Tower card is the end. Your foundation has fallen, and you can't change it. You got to move on. Well, that's what the Ten of Swords is. This is the ending of something. So I feel like the King of Wands has come in at the end of something where he was the beginning. He was the one that had to restart everything. So he had to rebuild it. He had to rebuild it back up. So this is someone that could do that. The King of Wands could very much do that. He could come into a company that was on its last legs, and he could very much build the company back up and get it going again. So that's what I feel like. I feel like the King of Wands came into a situation where the company was, or the business was kind of at the end there, and he was brought in to change it and bring it up and build it up. So I don't know if you just got a new job and you were handed this big I guess the King of Wands would think of it as an opportunity and a challenge, but I kind of feel like it was a pretty big one, that you were given, a pretty big task that you were given. But the King of Wands would approach it very energetically, and he would accept the challenge. He would like that. Let's see. Let's get us one more card. Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups is choices. Lots of choices, lots of decisions, lots of things that look good. Like you got 50 choices up here and they all look great, but looks can be deceiving. The Seven of Cups can be an illusional. Some of the choices and decisions can be illusional and offers. So I feel like he had to look through these and figure out the best ones, the best solutions, and the best offers, because It's like he was given quite a few, but he had to fight through the BS to get to what would help build the company back up. So he had to be careful not to choose something that looked better than it was. So, and I think maybe that's what got the company in, or the, I keep saying this is a company. I kind of feel like it was a business or a company organization, but I feel like that's what got them into trouble, with some bad decisions and some bad choices, investing into things that they thought looked good, but in the end they were not, and it kind of hurt the company. So I feel like the King of Wands is in here to straighten that up and help fix that. And I think the reason they got there was because they made some bad, money decisions, which it happens, and things looked better than they were, and they were on the bad end of the receiving. But this King of Wands is here to fix that, and the King of Wands has that type of mentality. He could. Oh, that's too many. One at a time, please. Too many, one at a time. It's kind of throwing like 4 or 5 at me. Let's see if we can get one. There we go. Balance. Take time to relax, indulge a little more or less, set boundaries with your work. So the King of Wands would be, he would be the very one to set boundaries and to make things work how they're supposed to. And that's another thing, the King of Wands, he does need to take time to relax, because when he started into this new job or this new adventure, he probably thought he had to go non-stop. But Spirit is saying you need to remember there's that fine balance of all working and no play and not resting your mind enough. So make sure you're taking time to relax and set boundaries for your work. Don't overwork. So the King of Wands could do that. He could be one that just kind of works too hard and too fast and doesn't take time for himself. So it's saying don't, even though you had to take over this position and bring some good things in, don't forget to rest and relax. Let's see what spirit animal we have for today. Go, dolphin. Well, see, even the dolphin play. Swim in the happy joy of living. Inhale confidence and exhale fear. Dive into your wisdom. Go with the flow. So the King of Wands is very creative and wise. So and like I said, he does go to the beat of his own drum. He kind of doesn't let the outside around him influence what he's going to do. But he has to be happy. He has to be, take care of himself and have some time off and not all work and no play. Even though he's taken over and he's got this new position, he needs to take time for himself. Don't forget himself along the way, or herself. King of Wands could be a female. Could have been a female taking over this new position, but it's a challenge, and the King of Wands loves a challenge. So they've walked into something I feel like they're going to be able to do, but it is going to be a challenge for them, but I feel like they're up to it, and I think they like challenges. So thank you for watching and subscribing. I do appreciate you all. I do hope you have a great rest of the day, and love and light, and blessed be.